Hi kids, this is Mr. Atkins once again teaching you things. Today's lesson will involve half-life. The key today is half-life. Half-life is the time it takes for half of a radioactive sample to spontaneously decay, as you can see from the rotating sign here. So in other words, if you have some sample and it's yay big, and let's say it's radioactive, and so as time goes, it just decays, and so after one half-life, let's say the half-life were like 20 minutes, after 20 minutes, half of it's gone away, and then after another 20 minutes, half of that's gone away. Oh, that's not gone after 20 minutes. Half of that's gone away, and then after another 10 minutes, half of that's gone away. It's hard to draw with a mouse. And after that, half of that's gone away. And it takes a really long time for it all to go away, because it takes like 7, 8, 9 half-lives, as you can see, before you can pretty much effectively say that it's all gone. And so we're going to do an example today involving carbon-14. We're going to say that we have a whole bunch of carbon-14 atoms, which are unstable, and so they're spontaneously over time going to turn into nitrogen-14 atoms through beta decay. That's a beta particle being given off. We've studied that. And so here is the movie that we're going to look at. So we have a bunch of carbon-14 atoms, and we know that they're not stable. Well, carbon-14 has a half-life of about 5,700 years. For convenience sake, we will fast forward through this a lot more quickly, so that 5,700 years will take about 10 seconds. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit play down here, and after I hit play, it's going to run the simulation, and you'll see the carbon-14 nuclei turning into nitrogen-14, and as they do, they'll shoot out a beta particle. I'll just show you all at once real quick here. Here's what it looks like. Here they go. Boom! Boom, boom, boom! Boom, 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 boom! Boom, 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 boom! Well, I'm getting tired of saying boom, so I won't keep saying boom every time I see one. I'm not really keeping up anyway, but you can see that, oh, it's slowing down quite, oh, there they go again. And one thing to notice, if you look up here, I'm going to pause it for a second, look how clustered they are. It's like nothing, oh, something, oh, a whole bunch, and then a little break, then a whole bunch again, then a big break, and a whole, and if I ran this simulation again, it wouldn't look like this. It would be, it's random. It's one of the few things that actually are random. I get annoyed when people use words like random to describe things that are actually just complicated and chaotic. This is actually a random process. There's no way of knowing which one's going to go next. So here we have a few left. You never know which one. And there's a couple more. And so it's just going to keep going until they're all gone. Now if you look at that, it looks pretty random. It looks like there's really no way to tell how that went down, and in fact we can't tell. There you go. Eventually now they're all gone. Now they're all nitrogen-14. So that's what we're going to be investigating here. Is we're going to be looking and seeing, well, how can we talk about that time? And that's what we said a minute ago. We said that the half-life is the time for it takes half of them to spontaneously decay. And so that's what we're going to look at. We're going to do that again. Now we're going to reset everything. And by the way, whoa, stop that. I'm not ready for you to do that. Reset everything. And by the way, you can do this at home. This is a free little applet that you can run off of a place called PhET. I'll give you that address later. It's P-H-E-T. Just Google P-H-E-T and you'll find it. It's a it says play with Sims. Go do that. And this is the radioactive dating game, I think is what they call this applet. We'll look at some other things here in a minute. So let's watch this again. And now they're all carbon-14. So what we learned at the beginning was that in one half-life, the red line up here denotes the half-life. Half, or about half, of these 50, and it's not, usually won't be exactly, but it'll be about half of them will go turn into nitrogen-14. So this time I'm going to pause it when we get to the to the half-life, and about getting there. I'm just looking and seeing where it crosses that red dotted line, and it's right there. So I paused it, and you'll see that the number is roughly half. About half of them went away in one half-life. And so the common mistake that people make is that they now think that in a second half-life they'll all be gone. So in 11,400 years, right around here, people expect them to all be gone because that's 2 half-lives. But remember, the rule is it's the time for a half-life is the time it takes for half of them to decay. So if we go back here, there are 23 left, so in a half-life, half of those should decay. So if we hit play again, we would expect by the time we get to about 11,400, or the second half-life over here, we would expect there to be about half of that, so about a dozen left when we get to that point. And so if we let the simulation run a little while, we will see whether that is true. And 11,400 is about there, something like that. And I think it was on 11. I think I hit it a little late. So we predicted about 11 or 12, and we got 10. I think I hit it late. So it's about what we would expect. And so now in another half-life, we would expect there to be about half of that left, or about 5 left. And so 11,400 plus 5,700 is what? 17,100. So we're looking like right around here. We should be down to about 5 left. And so let's hit go. And here they come. There's no real pattern to when they drop. It's just a matter of... And it's down to 8. Not quite to 5 like we'd expect. I would guess that they'll have a big drop here pretty soon. There's a few more. Unfortunately, it won't show the time. But now we're down to just 1, and when you... Oh, there it goes. So that would be an example of what it means to talk about a half-life of carbon-14.